it's time for another championship match. And this will be a singles match for the DOA Pure Wrestling Championship.
Oh, yeah.
Introducing first the challenger.
Oh, man. Many times this song has echoed through the halls of DOA wrestling arenas. A man who can be as violent as anybody. More than most. But don't let his mystique fool you. He is certainly one of the top catch-as-catch-can style professional wrestlers I've seen. A master of submission mat wrestling. And a legend in DOA.
We got ourselves an interesting class of styles coming up here. Big Ugly, definitely the stronger of the two, but the technical skills of this next wrestler cannot be denied.
That's what I was going to say, with all of the attributes that Big Ugly brings. History who come up with their own moniker for t-shirt sales or whatever you have you. Then there's stories that we've heard about for years, like when Randy Popo was given the name Savage by Ole Anderson, became Macho Man Randy Savage. This man, Daniel Makabe, did not decide to call himself the wrestling genius. People saw him early on and from the very beginning realized that with his style, with his movement, with his grace, with his ability, he was a true genius of the art of professional wrestling.
Well said, Todd.
I say a lot of well things. I say a lot of good things good well.
You talk good. Makabe, Big Ugly, Pure Championship match underway. Ugly looking for the show of respect.
No, he gets it. Oh, whoa. Wow.
Yep.
Now I am so excited for this match right now.
Wrestling Genius versus Big Ugly. And like you mentioned, Big Ugly has been doing this for a long time, has trained a lot of names, has passed on his knowledge to a lot of good wrestlers, including his kids.
I mean, we've seen examples of his legacy earlier tonight.
You can see examples of his legacy in pretty much a lot of major wrestling companies. There's a lot of names out there.
He's had a lot of children, apparently, is what you're saying.
Well, he's trained a lot of people. So who knows?
Trained a lot of people.
About the kids part,
I mean, I've heard stories about him with some of the girls in the arena. Never mind.
Anyway, clean break in the corner. The strength advantage definitely in the corner of Big Ugly. But Daniel Makabe has been letting the world know, the independent wrestling world know, that he is one hell of a technical wrestler. He is a technician's technician. Ooh.
Wow.
You gotta wonder what Makabe's got in mind to get out of this one. Still holding on to the wrist is Big Ugly, but Makabe's transitioning into a waistlock attempt. Keyword attempt, because now that arm is back in position.
And you can feel, as we're sitting here, we can feel this crowd has simmered down. And it's not a sense of boredom, it's a sense of knowing that they're in for this. Isn't going to be a quick match. This is two wrestlers. Ooh. Look at that.
All eyes in the room are glued on Big Ugly and Daniel Makabe. As Big Ugly, they're just sidestepping out of the way, saw what Makabe was thinking to do, and was like, not this time. Once again, knocking for position. Looking for some drop toe hold action. Makabe standing his ground. Ugly now on the receiving end of a submission attempt by Makabe. The referee's checking on him. Makabe's trying his damnedest to get that arm. But it's going to take a lot more than that to get the arm from Big Ugly.
I mean, this is what we're talking about. A wrestling genius versus a man with the strength of Big Ugly, who's not that bright, but he's got the muscles, he's got that going for him.
And Big Ugly, if you're watching this match later, that was Todd who said that?
Well, but I mean that as a compliment.
Ugly. Oh, look at that. Back in control now is Ugly. As soon as I mention it, Makabe is just so quick. I can't, Jesus.
And right on him, right on the arm, going through.
No.
Wow.
Dog.
Oh, beautiful. Tuck the arm.
I thought he was going for an abdominal stretch.
And he might be now. But
look at that. The arms cannot break the grip of Big Ugly. Makabe's now going, whoa.
All right. I mean, Makabe is a genius, and maybe he has a greater plan, but
not the smartest move.
Yeah, let's not upset Big Ugly. Like what you were saying about his looks earlier. Hey, so what do you know about this Pure Wrestling Championship? It was designed for matches exactly like this, for athletes like this. DOA, known for its violent brawls, and decided to give a prize to the greatest of professional wrestlers.
Showing that DOA has everything up its sleeve. You can see some hardcore, you can see tag team, you see some awesome women's division. You can see exactly what this is, some great pure wrestling.
What a lot of people don't know is that the lineage of the DOA Pure Championship actually goes back all the way to 1905 when Frank Schmidt wrestled Gene Horowitz in the main event at the Blaine Auditorium in Blaine, Washington. And it's come through the years. 1905, that was almost 100 years ago, Cody. And here we have it. We have two men stepping into this ring to face each other for that championship.
Did you just make that up?
Well, no, I might have gotten some of my facts messed up, but...
TikTok might be melting your brain, man.
Okay, I have to say, for legal purposes, leave TikTok out of this. Look at this, we're still in a feeling out process right now in this match. This is...
We've barely scratched the surface.
Probably the first meeting of these two men.
I think so. Might be wrong here, but at least in DOA. Beautiful takedown by Ugly.
And then right back to the wrist lock. Textbook wrestling.
Now this is a bad place for Makabe, who is definitely a technician's technician, but can he get through the strength, through the huge arms of Big Ugly? Ugly holding on for dear life. Nope. Counters the counter. Sends him to the ropes. And just like that, after a series of awesome technical wrestling moves, Big Ugly leaves his feet with a nice calf kick.
And then right into the chin lock. Both these men know that the name of the game in this match is to wear the opponent down into whether it's submission or pinfall. I don't think this is going to be a match where security is going to come out and break it up as the referee throws it out. We are going to see a decisive winner between these two men.
Makabe looking for the big unit punch. Big Ugly had other plans. Almost looking for a Uranagi attempt. Now it's Makabe out of harm's way. And there was a nice connection. It's Makabe going right back to that arm of Ugly. Wow. And now the wrestling genius going with
I feel like Makabe from Canada, I think that he has a lot of European influences in his style, which I believe also to an extent, I think Ugly has as well. Probably not to the same extent, but I mean, this is just one of those matches. I just want to sit back. I wish that I didn't necessarily have to commentate this match. I could just watch it, mainly because I wish you weren't here with me.
Oh, come on.
What?
You like me when the mic's not on. Makabe now. Turning the tides there, and it looks like he's trying to wrench away at a chin lock. Like you said it earlier, it's a move that's not going to end a match, but it's going to do damage in the long run. It's going to wear your opponent down. You got to be careful, though. During those wear down moments, you got to keep your shoulders off the mat. Makabe now taking Ugly down to the mat. Pulling him around.
And it's a testament to wrestling ability when you don't have the muscle mass of a Big Ugly, when you're not built like Big Ugly, but you're still able to dictate the movements of your opponent when he's so much larger than you, so much stronger than you, because you know the inner workings of the body. You know how to wrestle, how to grapple, how to force men into submission.
He knows which way to bend your arm that's gonna rip it out of the socket if you fight it back. And just as we're talking about the technical skills of Makabe, he just went full chop.
Now he's mocking Big Ugly. Overhead chops.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Genius move.
Oh!
Beat Makabe. Big Ugly still holding on.
Oh! Oh! God!
Leaves his feet, drop kick to the spine of Makabe too, and no.
I take back what I said. I'm perfectly happy being here with you. I just don't want to be in the ring right now with one of these guys.
No, I'm okay being way back here. Oh, look at that, going for the side headlock again. And this time it's Makabe. Saw it coming, chopping back. Going for the arm, once again thinking some submissions. And notice the placement of Makabe's forearm there. And he never leaves the submission on longer than he needs to. As soon as he thinks you know what he's doing, he mixes it up.
Yeah. Well, that's smart. That's incredibly smart. He's always staying 2 steps ahead.
You can do that with someone like Big Ugly, who is the ring veteran here. That says something. It says a lot.
Well, I mean, staying 2 steps ahead of Big Ugly isn't the hardest thing in the world to do, but mentally.
Once again, that was Bob Royce. Huge butterfly suplex. Only a 2. Ref did anything back there. Oh, Makabe's thinking some mutilation. He's trying to lock those big arms of Big Ugly.
No, say ugly. No, damn it, no.
You gotta wonder, how long can Makabe keep this up? How long can Big Ugly keep this up?
Oh!
Rocking the vertigo. Oh. And right back to the headlock. Nicely done.
God, so smart. That ear clap.
Yeah.
Locking him in perfect position to then put him in the side headlock. Grabbing the ropes.
Working that 5 count to 4.5.
Absolutely.
Makabe walking right back into harm's way.
That's a shot for sure. I'll tell you what, I have all the respect in the world for Makabe, but he definitely wants to stay out of fisticuffs with Big Ugly.
Going for that big unit punch again. This time Big Ugly dropping him, pulling the top rope down and letting Makabe's momentum send him up and over to the floor. Ugly grabbing Makabe.
See, I think that this is a matter of pride right here. Ugly knows that this match, this championship is all about wrestling, what happens inside the ring. So he took Makabe right back into the ring as soon as he rolled out. And then tossed him out again.
And that was Makabe's momentum being used against him. And Big Ugly's had enough of wrestling nice and pure.
Well, that's probably smart too. Scratch what I was saying before. He rammed his head to the... That's one thing that's missing from amateur wrestling is ring posts.
Chopping Makabe once again. Makabe trying to stay in this one, not letting Big Ugly get a moment. And head first into the apron goes the wrestling genius, and what does Big Ugly have in mind? Grabbing a chair. Wait a minute.
Wait, this is a pure wrestling match.
Be careful. Don't let your emotions get the best of you.
This isn't an ODQ like Sullivan and Sadako earlier. Ow.
Bouncing Makabe face first off the apron, and he just flew back into the ring. Nice. Series of rights by Ugly. Makabe, it might be out on his feet. Sit out, Uranagi. Wow. Split second away from a new pure champion.
Ugly checking to make sure that wasn't free. think he definitely thought he had it. All the work we saw earlier with these two men both trying to wear each other down, it's to the point where probably one big move like that is going to get them the victory in this match, win the championship.
At this point, it's what big move is what's it gonna take? Because these two are just jockeying for position. They're starting to feel the effects of all the slow wrenching of the arms, the squeezing of the head.
Nice. Angled drop kick running across the ring. So precise, just spot on. I love these matches where you see that they're not taking big risks, big chances. They're going directly for it. They're going directly for the strike.
But they're making every move, every strike count.
Yes.
Makabe just ate a series of forearms, held on to that, and then finally able to connect with a big unit punch. 1, 2, 3. That's 2.
That's a shot that would have taken out Terrence Crawford and Ugly kicked out.
Once again, Makabe not giving him a moment, going right back to the technical wrestling. And there it is, the cattle mutilation has been locked in. Wait, no, it's not. It's not fully locked in. He could not get his arms to clasp around the huge biceps of Big Ugly.
Huge.
So he's mixing it up, trying a different submission.
Oh my God. He's using his leg. Wow. He's the bell.
The winner of this match, and still DOA Pure Wrestling Champion, Daniel Makabe.
Tell you what, people watching all around the world right now on this broadcast, this might be their first shot of seeing Danny Makabe. It won't be your last time seeing him.
That is beyond safe to say. He just wore down the big arms of Big Ugly. I don't think I've seen anyone ever do that ever. And the respect for Big Ugly.
Will he get the respect for Big Ugly?
There it is.
Man, what a match.
I can't believe Makabe just was pretty much in a headlock for the majority of that matchup, just getting his life squeezed out of him. And I think Big Ugly may have, in the process, may have just